Hey guys, what is up? Gamer Dude back once again, bringing you another game in our 90-day streaming ban series. So today I am bringing you Need for Speed Payback, a most underrated version of the Need for Speed franchise, I might add. Not one of my favourite games. I got it at the time because all of my friends were playing it, and I figured, why the fuck not? So I spawned in the garage straight away to just show off my vehicles, as I do in these kind of things. So this is the BMW M3. I created this livery myself. I did not download it, I did it myself. I was very proud of how it turned out. Of course, I didn't do it from memory. I went on Google and copied it from a livery from Google. So you might say I was cheating by doing it, but I think I did a pretty decent job. Moving on. It's my Ford Focus RS. Not the best livery, but I went for a sort of World Rally Championship style look on it. It's actually a decent car. It's only a lot of races as that, even though it's not too powerful. This one I was working on, but I gave up the game before I finished delivery, so yeah. As you can see, it's a bit all over the place, is this one. Yeah, completely unfinished. It's a complete mess, but you can see where I was going with it. You can see what I was trying to do with it. This one was one of the abandoned vehicles throughout the game. Interesting fact about this game as well, each car can be bought in a different category, so you can have 5 of the same vehicle from different categories, so it's really cool. Brake power and brake response at full, that's a good sign. Obviously there's the police car, but we're not going to feature that one. Just going to see what else I've got in here, because I haven't played it in a while. Murcielago. It's a crime not to have a Murcielago in a Need for Speed game. Much the same with an Evo. If you haven't got an Evo or a Lamborghini in a Need for Speed game, is it even really Need for Speed? So with this one, as you can tell, I was trying to recreate Paul Walker's livery. I got so far with it and then realised it was actually the wrong Evo. But it still looks good. It's not finished, but it still looks good. Now, Skyline 2000. This one was also created by myself. And this one actually got a lot of downloads. I shared this one, unlike my other ones, and this one got a lot of downloads. I think it got like 100 and something downloads. I wouldn't know now because I haven't checked it recently. The Honda S2000. One of my first vehicles in the game. In fact, I think it was actually my first vehicle in the game, so as you can see, I didn't really do much with it. Ah, classic Volvo. Very British. Obviously, I tried recreating a simple livery on this one from the Rally. Didn't go so well, but it still looks pretty cool. Mazda RX-7. Again, that was another one of the free vehicles, and I didn't bother doing anything with it. I left it as it was. Still got the rusty tyres on it. Wheel trims on it, and it's still got the rusty paint job. But I think it looks cool, so I've left it as it is. Same with this one. I left the bodywork as it was and just put a livery on it, because I think it looked kind of cool. Sort of gives off that old sort of moonshine running effect, like one of those old moonshining cars. Drift vehicles. This is my best vehicle in the game, I must say. The Chevy has done me wonders in this game. Absolutely love it. I mean, with that horsepower, 1,136 horsepower, how can it not do me well? Another Nissan Skyline. Again, I was going for the Paul Walker livery look on this one. because then I realised that, you know, I was doing it on an Evo instead of a Skyline. I was like, okay. Yeah, that's when I said I realised it was the wrong car. But it's completely unfinished, as you can see, but it was a work in progress, and I just gave up on it after a while. Nissan Fairlady, this was a free vehicle in the game as well, and I didn't bother with it. I upgraded the bodywork, but I just left it as it was. I've never used it in the game. Drag vehicles are always fun for the speed traps. This one was also unfinished, but I did try my best with it, given the sort of lack of livery creator that Need for Speed actually provides you. The Crew 2's livery creator is definitely a lot better than this one. I've done quite a lot of liveries on the Crew 2, and it was actually Need for Speed Payback that got me into creating liveries properly. Now with the General Lee, with the Dodge Charger, I did try going for the actual General Lee look, but every time I tried putting the 01 on the side, it just kept disappearing off the side, so I gave up on that as well. And of course, you can't actually recreate the flag on the top, so I've just stuck a British flag on top. Off-road vehicles are fun in the game as well. Obviously, we've got Herbie. I did the natural Herbie livery for it, even though I spoiled the bodywork by putting a dodgy body kit on it, but who cares? Subaru Impreza, not the Colin McRae Subaru Impreza, it was another one of my first vehicles, as you can tell from the just lack of attempt on the livery. But still, it's a good car, it did me a lot of good. Plymouth Barracuda, it was another abandoned vehicle, so I've just stuck a normal Barracuda livery on it. The Chevy C10, again, this was another one of my first vehicles, so I didn't bother too much with the livery, I just shoved what I thought looked cool on it. Runner vehicles, this Audi S5 has done me wonders as well. A lot of my friends were saying, oh, we can't get the runner events done in the Audi, but this is modified to the max, and I managed to do all of the runner events no problem at all. I had no issues with it at all. So I think we're going to swap out the police car for my Chevy, and we'll start with a couple of drift events, because drifting was the one thing that caused competition in this game with me and my friends. Oh, we'd do so much with the drift events. We would always compete with each other. We'd always be sending screenshots to each other like, haha, I beat you by something like 20 points, and then we'd all just go back to that same event and keep trying. But drifting is more fun in this game than it is in any other game I know of. Because unlike every other game, you can just kick the back end out and keep your drift going. If I remember right, there's a jump at the end of the runway. Oops, that would have written the car off. Alright, so let's open the map and we'll go to one of my favourite drift events. If I remember where it is. Knife's Edge, that's the one. It's not actually showing any of my friends' friend scores on it, because I think they've all now deleted the game and they just don't bother with it. I am planning a video on Need for Speed with Just the Facts with Gamerdude. It is potential rumours of a Need for Speed Underground 3 and potential Need for Speed Underground remasters. So just let me know if you fancy that. Yeah, that was a failure. I had forgotten how easy it was to drift in this game. That was just a test run. I'm just testing this out, see if I remember how to do this. Well, apparently I beat somebody. I have made this car insanely powerful. It is way too powerful for its own good. Now, when the game first released, it was met with a couple of mixed reviews. It was the mixed reviews were good, some were bad. Some were terrible and some were brilliant. And you know, they were all telling me that I've got to try it and that there's nothing better, basically. At least in this one, if you crash, you actually get to keep your score, unlike tabletop racing.
Can't stop, won't stop. Keep the form, Mac.
I used to get such an epic score on this.
Damn, my bad.
But we're not just going to be limiting ourselves to drifting. We're going to do a couple of the other events. Get my words out there, gamer dude. For some reason, I forgot the game had a handbrake. I've been there tapping the brakes, and there's a handbrake. See, the only thing that happens when you crash is you lose your multiplier. That is it. You don't lose your score, you just lose your multiplier. Ah! That was a failure. But because of the sheer power of this car, it does take a while for the nitrous to kick in.
No stories about this drift.
This was the go-to event that me and my friends would keep playing. We would always challenge each other on this event. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near my usual score, which is usually over 1 million. I think I actually got 2 million on this at one point.
Do not lose this drift, Mac. Check out this form.
Concentration is real.
There goes my finesse. This is what drifting is about. That was amazing.
So I got over 1 million. That's okay, I suppose. Didn't beat my general score that I usually beat, but it will do. Probably cycle back to that towards the end of the video. Yeah, I think we'll trade that in. Oh, we got a base shipment. Did I just see that I had a special shipment there? I do, I have premium shipments. Ooh, very nice. I did not know I had any premium shipments left. The thing that you want most in this game are the part tokens. The part tokens are what get you the bits that you need to make your car awesome. See, unlike most Need for Speed games, you don't just go to a mod shop and upgrade the ECU and things like that with just standard credits. You have to get the specific part tokens to do it. Not as extensive as the loot crates I won on Killing Floor 2, but that was still quite biggie. Okay, since it's down the road from us, we'll do this one. Once again, of course, I have turned off the in-game music. Just again because I'm in that much trouble with YouTube as it is. I don't want to get another copyright claim and get my channel shut down. That would be a bit of a bummer. No, we're not taking any side bets. Not right now anyway, because I'm kind of rusty at the game.
Let's crush these animals. How am I this good?
Oops. Oops.
Here it goes.
I think certain parts have been patched as well.
Focus back.
I remember drifting used to be a bit easier on this than what it is at the moment.
Watch out, ladies and gentlemen. Playtime's over.
I gotta say though, is this game series, it is really fun to be playing games that I don't actually play that often anymore. Like Everybody's Gone to the Rapture, for example. It's actually made me want to start a separate save on that and play it myself all over again.
Let's run it out.
And I think I might start playing Need for Speed again more often. Speaking of as well, let me know if you want this to continue in the game series. I will continue uploading it every so often if you guys enjoy it. As opposed to the feedback it gets as well will depend on whether or not I upload it. Tabletop Racing wasn't received very well, so I probably won't do another video in that series. I do appreciate everyone that's sticking with the channel through this time as well. I'm always super appreciative of the support you're all giving me. That gives me more horsepower. But no, I'm not willing to sacrifice the 0 to 60 time. Alrighty then, let's try another event. So, see, I still haven't actually completed the entire game. I think that was down to the fact as well that most of my friends stopped playing it, and there was just no reason for me to continue playing it, just because I had no one to play it with anymore. Now, there is an abandoned vehicle somewhere on the map, but it doesn't tell me where. I would like to see if we can find that abandoned vehicle before we end the video. But it's unlikely because it's not showing up anywhere. I mean, usually they didn't show up before anyway, especially when you went for the derelicts. You had to find those on your own. But EA Games actually, when they started releasing cars once per week, they would sometimes show where it was on the map, but it would appear in this case they aren't doing that. Just trying to find a decent enough event that's worthy of playing. So originally, when the game was first released back in 2017, a lot of people were expecting... I'm not too sure. I think some people were expecting kind of a Need for Speed Hot Pursuit vibe, and how that went along. I mean, I was certainly expecting something like that, and I must say it is very similar to Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. However, this is probably a little bit worse than Hot Pursuit, to be quite honest. As Hot Pursuit, as I've said in my previous videos, was my favourite Need for Speed game to date. There was nothing I actually loved more than that Need for Speed Hot Pursuit game. I mean, yeah, I played Need for Speed Underground, I played Need for Speed Most Wanted, but I wasn't as big of a fan of those as I was of the Hot Pursuit game. Especially the 30 Seconds to Mars soundtrack that we got and the opening menu. That was just a great opening, and that won me over straight away. It's like, you can actually type that in on YouTube. If you type in Need for Speed Hot Pursuit soundtrack, it literally just comes up with 30 Seconds to Mars. And don't worry, I'm not going to bore you the whole video by just drifting around. The only fast travel system is to the gas stations, but the loading screens are quite extensive. Oh, cocking its back end up there. Out of the way. Damn it. Like I said earlier, this car is just way too powerful for its own good. Big jump. Rock. That didn't help. I do love racing games like this though that are fully open world. Because there's so much you can do. Even if you've finished absolutely everything on the map, you can still go back to it and get a better score. Or you can just cruise around and show off your vehicles. Even though this isn't like the Crew 2, you have to have access to online to actually play the game. You know, it's a server full of people. And then join the online world if you fancy it. But being completely honest about the online world, no one is friendly. Everyone like immediately guns for you. If you're trying to do an event or something online, they will just gun for you. Yeah, that's it, coppers. Catch up to it. The cops in this are seriously overpowered. Like, that Corvette should not be keeping up with this. I should be leaving it standing. Oh no! Oh well, at least I didn't... Oh. I was just about to say at least I didn't respawn, but yeah, I respawned. One thing you don't want to do in Need for Speed, get busted. So that's why I kind of missed the original Need for Speeds, the one back on the PS2 and the sort of arcade. Even though they weren't open world, they were still kind of fun because you didn't have to deal with the police, you just raced from point to point. Whereas in these fully open world racing games like this one, you either have to follow a set point, or you can drive your own route. And driving your own route doesn't always work out well, because you can think that that was quicker, and then it turns out that you just come in last place because you've taken a wrong turn, and you're stuck down a canyon, and you've got to reverse back up, and blah blah blah. I'm sure we all know how that works. The main thing I see about a game like this is that you have to enjoy yourself. If you don't enjoy yourself, then there's no point in playing the game. Where is the fun in buying a game that's 50 odd quid? So that'll be about $60, and loading it up, you're all excited, you've seen all the hype for it, and then you find it's just a complete disappointment and you've wasted your money. So where is the fun in continuing to play that if you get no enjoyment from it? There isn't, is there? But you see, games like these, as I was saying, with the fully open world sort of racing vibe, there's a sorry, again with the words, there's a number of ways that it can go. And usually with these open world races, it doesn't end well at all. But at least the great part is when you come in to do the race, you can actually switch your vehicle. I think we're going to want to go with top speed rather than horsepower. And to be fair, that's my fastest one anyway, so why not? Oh yay, we get to watch the unfinished and ugly livery in play. It's a nice vehicle though, it's an ugly vehicle, but it's a nice vehicle.
We had the city dump some junk along our racetrack for kicks. Try to survive.
It's like the BMW X.
So you can just tell the city to do something and they'll do it?
You join us. You can tell whoever the hell you want to do whatever the hell you want. That's
Whoops.
the dream, right?
It's not Burnout. We're not playing Burnout. I did not mean to take you out there. But yeah, it's, as I said earlier as well, it's really making me want to play some of these games that I don't play that often anymore. Because I am actually having fun playing this, and before I didn't have that much fun playing it. As I said, I only got it because my friends were playing it, and they were like, "Oh, it's the best game in the world. You have to have this right now." And I'm actually enjoying myself. Maybe it's because I don't have them talking in my ear. It's a real shame when you buy a game specifically for your friends and then your friends just ditch the game and stop playing it. It's kind of a dick move on their behalf. Two of my friends actually stopped playing it because they got the platinum trophy, and they figured there was just no point in continuing. It's like, well, they were like, well, we've got the platinum now, so why should we continue? Which I don't agree with. I've got platinums on games before. Actually, the first platinum I got on a game was back on the PS3. and it was the Wolverine game based on X-Men Origins. And I loved that game. I absolutely adored that game. And even though I'd got the platinum, I still kept going back to play it. The graphics on that game were absolutely incredible for a PS3 game. Damn it. Oh, sucking. It's not Forza. We can't break that wall. Tree! Wow, I cannot catch up to these guys, and every time I do catch up to them, I just crash into a damn tree. Any of my friends that I play these games with will tell you that trees in games, they are not my friends. Flying a helicopter, I hit a tree. Just, I have a thing with trees. I keep hitting trees. Perish the thought if I ever actually managed to pass my driving test and get a real car. Hey, maybe I could drive a digger. Maybe I could drive a digger and crash into trees for a living. That'd be quite fun, actually. Oh shit! Oh damn it! Oh well, that was just pitiful.
Possible.
Ah, that would be why, because I'm not a high enough level. All right, so we'll take this to a junkyard. Well, it's not a junkyard actually. Don't know why I said junkyard. Tune-up shop. We'll take it to a tune-up shop. I've been playing Burnout Paradise, that's probably why I said junkyard. Unfortunately, I will not be bringing Burnout Paradise to the channel because there's just too much copyrighted content in the game, and I don't want to get in trouble for anything. Ugh. So much for a catch-up pack, that absolutely ruins the car. This is fun. This is like Russian roulette for car parts. And you'll see what I mean why it comes in handy for the parts tokens, because you can't really you can buy parts obviously, but you can't. They're just not too good. They're not as good as what you'd get from trading in the parts. It's like, as I was saying earlier, like when you go to a garage with the car that you've purchased, you could actually upgrade it from your garage. But the only way you can do that in Need for Speed Payback is with these parts. You can send them to your garage and equip them later. It is a gamble. Every spin is a gamble, but that's why I said it's like Russian roulette. I mean, you can waste all of your parts, you can waste all of your time doing it, and in the end you might even get somewhere. Alright, we'll sacrifice the nitrous and we'll go for... We'll go for a nitrous one here. I can live with that. Let's go for speed. Speed, as Jeremy Clarkson would say. Ooh. 2? Really? No thank you. Acceleration then. No, no, no. That's again. That's another one not worth it. What is the actual point of those? I mean, all they do is lower my stats. I mean, there are certain points where, yes, you do have to lower the stats to gain more stats. But that just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why would I want to lower my brake power or NOS power from 10 down to 3 or something just so I can gain 1 extra horsepower? So I think we'll leave that as it is for now. I have no idea where to even start looking for this abandoned vehicle, so we're probably not going to get that done in this video. It just says abandoned car available. It doesn't tell you. It just says located somewhere in the world. Is that a crate or something? Yeah, that's not a lot of help. It just is located somewhere in the world. So yeah, guys, as we approach the end of this video, just let me know if you actually want to see more of Need for Speed Payback or The Crew 2 or anything like that. As the feedback of these videos all depends on you guys. It all depends on you guys whether I upload more of them. The general response of the video depends if I continue it or not. Because most of the videos I've uploaded in this series I will be continuing. The only one I'm not continuing is Tabletop Racing, because that was received very badly, I might say. But I'm guessing there's going to be quite a few videos like that where I'm going to upload it and it's not going to get a very big response. But still, that's fine. You know, I don't expect all my videos to get a huge mega response now, especially since I'm not live streaming. But I've got to say, since this 90-day streaming ban, Just the Facts with Gamer Dude has probably been my most popular series, so I'll be focusing on that mostly. I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to go with the Evo. Oh no, what was I saying earlier? I was saying about the Paul Walker livery on the Evo. He did actually have an Evo, yes he did, in Fast and Furious 2. That's what I was going for with this one. But yeah, and then as I said, I realised it was the wrong Evo. Wow, I am beating Lamborghinis here in an Evo. Ah. How am I beating Lamborghinis in an Evo? Oh yeah, because I've maxed this thing out to the maximum. Ha ha ha. Apart from its handling is just terrible. See, I am very rusty at this game. I am very rusty at most of the games I'm bringing to the series, because I don't really play them that much anymore. But yeah, as I keep saying, I will probably be playing them more often now, because it's bringing me back to them. It's making me realise, like, why did I stop playing this game? It's actually really fun. Like, probably the only exception to that is the Deadpool game. I always play the Deadpool game every so often. If I get some friends over, I always show off the Deadpool game. I love the Deadpool game, and anyone I've shown it to loves it. Crap. How do you respawn? How do you reset yourself? Okay, no, that's the horn. That was a dick move on the game's behalf. Oh man, if I get copyrighted for the horn. I'm not sure I'm actually going to be able to finish the race.
Back on track, come on.
That was a big crash. Yeah, you know what? There's no point even trying to finish that. But that being said, guys, we are at the end of this video. So let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to see more of it, because I will definitely upload more content from Need for Speed Payback if you guys enjoy it. As I say, it's all down to you guys. The feedback from these videos tells me to keep them coming, basically. Same with tabletop racing. It wasn't received very well, so I probably won't be doing that one again. So, of course, as always, shout out to all subscribers, old and new. I appreciate the love and support. Without you guys, I wouldn't have continued this channel at all. Really do appreciate your love and support through my 90-day streaming ban as well. It has been amazing, really, with what we've got now. We're at 795 subscribers, and I really do appreciate it. The channel is still growing, as I'm still on this 90-day ban. I'm really hoping that one of these days I'll just go onto my YouTube account and it will say YouTube live streaming enabled, and I'll just surprise you with a live stream. But I doubt that's going to happen. But yeah, anyway, thanks for stopping by. Stay tuned this week. In I think 2 or 3 days it will be, I'm dropping another Just the Facts with Gamer Dude. I have another brilliant idea for that. I hope you guys enjoy it. So yeah, this has been Gamer Dude. Happy gaming, and I will catch you all real soon.